absolutely.
So we don't have.
Hello.
How are you?
Well, hurry up.
I think we have a meeting with y'all this week, though. I don't know
so.
what day.
Or next week, I don't know.
Yeah, I need to look at my calendar.
Send Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda will send a text, I'm assuming.
Oh, see, Rachel's right, huh? She, you know, if Rachel's coming.
No,
But we don't have AZA.
how are you?
Good, good, good. Things are looking good. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
you're on schedule?
A schedule. Maybe not the schedule, but
Sean, do y'all know if Rachel's coming?
She's not gonna be coming.
She's not gonna be here?
Nope.
Okay. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning. I'm Michael Griffith, Chair of the Historic Zoning Commission. I'll now call this meeting to order. At this time, the Chair would entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the September 9th meeting.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes stand ratified. At this time on the agenda is a COA request for new construction on the corner of Morford and Sparta Street. So
This is exciting.
we will let you go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I got a proposal here today to try to open up a beauty salon on the corner of Morford and Sparta Street. And it's something that, my daughter's a cosmetologist, it's something she's always wanted. And I'm trying to do this for her, and I'm also trying to make McMinnville's ladies beautiful. So, we're gonna try to keep that going, but, this is basically the look that we're gonna achieve. You know, brick color could be changed, the doors could be changed, but it's basically a 34 by 44. The parking will not be able, this was the guy that did the plans and stuff, he drawed it up like that. The parking won't be towards the building, it'll actually be towards the building next to it and then towards the gas station the other way.
So
Because
parallel.
you can't back out
Yeah.
on that spot without backing into traffic.
No.
So, either way,
So it'll be parallel to the building on both sides, kind of?
yeah, basically like, let's just say the building is here.
Well, like up there, so it'd be
Uh-huh.
up and down and side to side?
Yeah, it would be like you're parking towards that block building next
Yeah.
to it.
It would follow the way of the road,
That way you can
basically.
just back straight up and pull out.
Yeah,
And then if you're the other way parked, you can do the same thing and go
Yeah.
down Sparta Street.
yeah, because that is a tough spot in the afternoons.
Yeah, it'll be, yeah, the opposite of that, but
Yeah, they'll fix
other
it.
than that, it's a pretty good plan of what's gonna happen and how it's gonna be. And we had a soft start, a year or so ago for the foundation and things, but realizing that, we had some changes coming up. We really didn't have the parking to do an apartment above it, which was the plan originally.
So you took it to
So we
one floor.
86 that,
Yeah.
and then we just thought we'd go back and try to get the full permit so that we don't have to just do part and stop and try to get approved, and we can kind of roll with it. And if you have any questions whatsoever,
I think it looks nice.
we'll make something that's aesthetically pleasing and basically that plan. And those windows are vertical and they just kind of turn out.
Okay.
So-
So they do operate, they're not just storefront? Okay.
Chris, I'm sure you're gonna get asked the question. I guess you're gonna cover up the UT mural. Will that hide the?
That UT
Mural.
thing, yeah. That was something that the glass people allowed another company from UT or whatever
Yeah.
to do.
But your building will essentially block that, correct?
Yeah, I am gonna block that.
I understand.
I mean, I have to, really.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, you don't have a choice.
But, and, you know, we had to look at different things. We could have done it without doing it all block and brick, but I
Mhm.
think block and brick is gonna be how it's gonna have to be
Sure.
done because of the building next door. And there's no way really to have that brick supported properly if we're not tied in with block going next
Yeah.
to the other building.
It's a good
So it
looking
should be a
building.
good fire rating that way
Sure.
and nothing. wrong.
Flat roof, I'm guessing?
It's not a flat roof, it's gonna be like a 12 to 1 pitch.
Okay,
And, but you're not gonna see that
Yeah.
because the sides are gonna be the same height like they are. But
It's
if
gonna
you
have
were
that
at the
parapet.
gas station behind
Yeah.
it, you would see a slight ramp to the gutters, which on that back side, if you will, like if you walked into the doors to the right side, there's a concrete ditch there that's probably 3 foot by 3 foot deep that catches water runoff from the glass company and a couple other things that runs behind it.
That's what I was
So
gonna
it's just
ask, is there gonna be like a little alleyway or that's
Really
behind?
don't want to, really
Okay.
want to keep a 0 lot line just
Mhm.
because it's limited space. The worst thing really that I run into so far is McMinnville Electric wants the meter base to be on the front of the building somewhere. And I don't really want it there, but I can put a tree up or a bush up or something.
Yeah.
But not a big tree, but maybe some kind of a pyramid type, something bush or
Mhm.
something. But, because they said they had to have about 7 feet of clearance in front of that meter base in
Mm.
case something blew up,
To be
something
able to
weird.
service it.
So, and so I thought about the alleyway on that, but I don't want to move that far over.
Mhm.
And so we're just gonna.
So it'd be 0 lot line to, cause isn't there like a retaining wall or something on that, on the gas station side?
Yeah, well, the building itself, of course, is
Yeah.
gonna be, it's there. And, but on the end of it where the parking's gonna be, we're gonna have to put at least those concrete, parking stops,
Mhm, yeah.
something along that line right
Yeah.
there to make sure nobody runs the front end or back end off of something like that.
Yeah,
It'll basically 0 lot line to that easement where that ditch is for the drainage.
Okay.
And then you have that retaining wall right on
Okay.
the other side of that.
Okay.
And that ditch is 18 inches wide somewhere.
Yeah, which the man at the gas station thinks he owns to the other side of the ditch, which I think he owns to my building where it'll be like to this side of it, but he thinks he owns. Either way, he don't care, and either way, that's kind of city easement, if you will, for the drains, so. But I will put some kind of a concrete something where it can't be just driven.
yeah, driven over, yeah.
Sean, staff recommendations?
Yeah, so there's quite a bit on this, on the new one. I gave you guys all the details. This will set back, normally, like if you go down East Main, all the buildings are up front. Historically, this building is set back, Martin Glen sets back. We do have quite a few others. So on that, I would take that into consideration. I would recommend it. I did put in some contingencies. The plans did note possibly metal roof. That's not typical in the historic district. So I would say that we don't do metal roof. That the veneer is brick, matches the area. That's being proposed, so no issue there. Windows or doors and metal. We don't go up too much with the foundation, where it just looks offset of the building next to it. And then the upper portions, kind of in here, we don't have a lot of stucco or trivet in the area. And so I don't know if I would not recommend kind of having that different material necessarily. Might
Oh, is that
match
not all
here.
brick?
It might be all brick, I just putting that contingency in there where,
Oh, okay.
where it just matches. I don't, were you gonna do that in all brick, the top just a different
The
color?
trim part,
Yeah,
it was gonna be.
Oh,
done-
the trim, I thought you were talking about the
Yeah,
face.
it was gonna be done in concrete, mortar, concrete, whatever. It was gonna be rebarred and fastened into the block and all that, and it was gonna be done in concrete, like poured, formed and poured. So that it's almost forever lasting, if you
Yeah.
will.
So, you've got your contingencies listed. Chris, are you good with the contingencies, the approval?
Okay, now, I don't hear the best thing on that.
do like EDM roof, no metal roof, we don't have metal roofs in the area.
Okay.
So the roofing on that is the brick veneer on the
Brick
outside,
veneer.
yeah. Windows and doors be metal.
Okay. Even if they're
that's
wood
more
looking,
typical.
they need
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
I got you.
on that. That upper part, if you're doing it that way, there's no concern there, and then just try to keep that foundation as close down to that ground level, not having it be up a foot type thing, where it doesn't offset that building height from the other buildings.
Yeah, and we'll get together on that when we shoot the finish.
Yeah.
Floor, or at least the footers, and that way because the corner, actually, when you round that corner gets up, it rises just a little bit, so there's a little bit of that, but we can be that
Yeah.
and make it do whatever, but we still have to push a little water to the front to the street.
Yeah.
And then, of course, everything hits the building, which will be, most of it will be going the opposite way, and then, of course, what's on Sparta from that crown would go
Yeah.
that way. But yeah, that's fine.
We just wanted to make sure that you were good with the contingencies. It sounds like
Yeah.
Sean is fine with staff recommendations. I think the consensus, I know from my personal, I want to see the lot be used, so I'm glad you're making
yeah.
the investment.
I think that's gonna look
The
nice.
consensus of this board, what you're presenting is historically significant, but most importantly, it's another investment in downtown. So we're fine with it. We just want to make sure the contingencies that Sean has recommended about the roof covering and things that you're good with.
Yes, would you
Okay.
think rolled roofing would be fine? What kind of?
You can't necessarily do it on that low of a slope. There's a couple options we can get together and.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah,
go with
yeah,
that.
we'll iron it out, and whatever he approves is, I mean, I'm flexible.
Okay.
I'm not
Well, we
somebody that's
pre-
gonna go with it, that's
Right.
what we gotta do.
Right.
So
And-
I'll work with anybody any way I can. I just wanna basically end up with that kind of look.
Are the windows specified as the type? I know you'd said they would be functioning. Are they gonna be metal? That's generally what most first floor, are like aluminum clad or something.
Yes, and I plan on filling the blocks at least to the base of the windows all the way around with concrete and rebar, because just in case somebody's in there working, because that'll be a station for a hairdresser behind those windows, and I don't know that anybody's ever done it, but if anybody flies around that corner and ends up going, you know, crazier things have happened.
There was a light pole hit over there the other day, well, a couple weeks ago, but one of the post poles, somebody ran up on the sidewalk there, but
Where people turn with semis or something.
I don't know, it wasn't a semi, it was a regular car.
Uh,
Yeah, somebody took out that light pole. It was right there on the corner of like where the Martin and Glenn building meets. It was the light pole right in front of that. I don't know if they put it back up yet or not, but somebody did take the light pole out.
Yeah, so I want to do something like that in case anybody breaches that
Yeah.
parking lot. They're not coming in on anybody.
Yeah.
Chair will entertain a motion to approve the certificate of appropriateness for the request for new construction on Morford and Sparta Street with the contingencies as presented.
So moved.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Congratulations, appreciate your
Yeah,
investment.
this is
Thank
gonna be
y'all.
Look
great.
forward to seeing it develop.
Yes, sir.
Sean, do we have any staff updates?
I do not at this time.
All right, anything else to come before the board? We stand adjourned, thank you.
Thank you.